Yo guys, what's up? We're gonna do an unboxing or a review, kinda, of the Scuf Vantage 2. Last night I bought it and I already tore into it because I wanted to play it. I wanted to get an experience with it first before I kind of do an initial review. And this one's gonna be a short initial review, not really a full-on review, but I bought it last night. I've had it probably for about over 8 hours. I had playtime with it last night for about 6 hours. So this is just my first opinion of the controller, how it feels to me, how I like it so far. I will be doing a follow-up review in probably a month and a half or so to kind of give it some time for it to really soak in. Anyway, I'm gonna do a small unboxing thing where I'm gonna show you what comes in the box and what the box looks like, and then give you my review of the controller so far. So let's get into it. This is the box that it comes in. This is the first thing you get, and it's a big box. Has a lot of stuff in it. So let's tear it open real quick. This thing is a pain to get done if you can't. I didn't know it came from the bottom either. It comes from the bottom of the box, not the top, which was weird to me, but you know, some boxes work like that. And there we go. Pull a little flap, pull it open, and then slide this thing out. This is like more of a seal. You have to kind of shake open before you get it out. There we go. So take that off real quick. This is the Scuf box it comes in. You have to open it from the side up here like this. And I have it on the trash right now in here only because I unboxed it last night. You know, my receipt. This is the plate that it comes in. You have to open it first up. That's the first thing you see. And then there's, you know, a manual in here and some instructions. And also, if you like stickers, there's some stickers for you guys as well if you want them. I don't really need them personally, but there are those. And then it comes with a, let's see here if I can find that. It comes with a little slip you get for your instruction manual, and also a accessories kit as well. Yeah, I put those back in the box because that's just trash to me at this point, so I'm going to leave them in the box for now until I decide to come back open with them. And also I want to keep it all in one place in case this thing decides to crap out on me, which I really hope it doesn't, but I don't think it will. I never owned a Scuf before until now, so I'm very, I'm not excited, but I'm also kind of just like on the fence about it still. I mean, I want to see how it performs first. I've heard no really bad reviews of the Scuf Vantage 2, but the Scuf Vantage 1 had a lot of returns and a lot of, I mean, apparently a lot of stuff happened to it the first few days or a couple of weeks of it even being a controller. And I heard the update patch fixed it now, but anyway, this is about the Vantage 2 and the Vantage 1. Anyway, so inside the box, your initial controller. This is the Scuf Vantage 2 controller. It's just, the base model is black or maybe a silver kind of charcoal color, maybe a black charcoal color. So it's pretty smooth. The grip, there's no grip here at all, but I mean, it is a different kind of texture than what I had before. And this one, you can see here in the camera, it's got those ripples in there, and that is a rubberized grip kind of. So actually, unfortunately, my hands do kind of sweat a little bit when I play. So it's helped me so far not have that problem. And I haven't noticed a huge problem with the DualShock 4s here. You can see there's no really grip here. It's all just kind of, I mean, it's a grip, but it's a very small one. It's still plasticky. So having that rubberized grip back there does work. And I've used other controllers in the past, and they've had the same rubberized grip, and it didn't really work for me personally. So it's good to know that this works. Anyway, so this, if you have a headset plugged in, if you want to, I use Astros A40s in my PS4, so I use USB in a PS4, but if you have a Turtle Beach or you use Astros or any kind of headset you want, you can plug it into this jack right here, and this little bar right here, you can slide with your finger the volume up and down if you want. I have not used it yet before, only because I don't use a headset plugged into my controller. But it is a cool thing to have. Now, you know, standard D-pad, PS4 button you can press. You can turn it on from the PS4, is very cool. I know that some third-party controllers don't have the option like that. I know one of them I had to like turn it on the PS4, then turn the controller on. It was kind of a pain in the ass considering like where my PS4 isn't near me at the moment. So anyway, there's a little bit of a texture on this thing that I think this is Scuf in very, very fine print letters there. It's pretty cool. Just a normal pad. Nothing too simple. These are the buttons, the options, and the share button here. You can see those. And then it has a cool micro USB, not micro USB, USB, I think Type-C cable out jack here. And it has a cover on it almost, so you plug it in, if you set your controller down it, the cable won't bend or anything, which is very, very cool. I like that personally because, I mean, I was worried about the cables bending and then shortening out and all that other stuff going on. So anyway, I'm going to take the faceplate off here. You can take the faceplate off right here by undoing that thing, and it's kind of taking over your nail. I'll take it off for you guys real quickly. So this is the faceplate off, and you can actually, I bet you all know this, but you can swap these out and you can do what you want with them. And you could like take different faceplate colors and different kind of analog stick colors. That's why I like the controller a lot too, is there's a lot of customizable options for this thing. Oh, I forgot to mention these two are sax buttons here. I haven't used them yet. They're just standard programmable with them. I haven't programmed what I want them to be yet. These are the triggers, and I'll talk about those in a few minutes here. And they feel very stiff, but they feel nice, but they feel like something I'm not used to yet. And that's not like a bad thing or anything, but it's not really like, I have to get used to it for sure. These triggers here do come off like that, just kind of like take them off. I mean, it took me a good minute to get them off. The first time I thought I was going to break the whole thing, but no, they do come off. And also on Scuf's website or on YouTube channel, they do have tons of videos explaining how to work this thing. I had to look up a few videos myself to make sure I was doing everything right because I don't want to break it. Like this thing here is just taking a long time to, come on. The whole thing doesn't want to come off sometimes. It could be just me not doing it right. There we go. So these are triggers exposed. And they do, so Scuf does come with a key here that you can adjust the hair triggers and the little hole in here. You're not going to be able to see that probably, that little hole right there. You can adjust those to tighten them or loosen the tension of the triggers. Now last night I put them all the way tight on accident to see how far I could go. And I had to loosen a little bit because if the things are too tight, and you're gonna find that kind of like point where it's too tight, if they're too tight, you cannot use the triggers at all. They won't shoot, and I had to loosen them back up a little bit, and I loosened them, and I guess it wasn't enough because I was on a game and my gun just started shooting by its own. So you can't tighten those way too much. They have to be at a certain point. Right now for me, they're okay. And they do also have trigger stops as well. So these things, I don't know if you can see right there. Those things there, you can turn those at different angles and, or like, you know, backwards or whatever. And this one is the longer side. So you can see here, this one goes a bit more further down. And this one goes a bit more, oh crap, further, doesn't go very further at all. It stops. So that's how you work with those. And you just kind of like take those and you twist it around like so. So now that's longer and now they're both even. Personally, I like trigger stop. That's kind of why I wanted to buy a Pro Controller in the first place with trigger stops. I know I could have bought those off-brand cheap trigger stops you can get from GameStop. I don't want to do that because I don't want to spend the money on it and not have it work on me and maybe not work. I had a lot of reviews about them and they didn't go very well. Anyway, this is better. I like these a lot. You can adjust them. You can adjust them the way you want to, and you don't got to worry about it. Very, very cool. I think it's a very cool design. I, again, love trigger stops, period. They help me a lot in Call of Duty, especially in Modern Warfare right now. Anyway, and the D-pad also does come off, and so do these analog sticks. Now the D-pad here, I'm going to try to, it's just a magnet, honestly. Just take it off like that. There's two magnets on the bottom that you can't probably see. Oh, there we are. Yeah. There's two magnets here. There's silver little magnets that you just clip on. And there's magnets on every panel of these things as well. So you just kind of just, you know, put it on like so. You'll find out how to do that. Not very hard to do. Now, the analog sticks, I have not taken off yet, but we're going to attempt to try. Oh, it's just, okay, it's pretty easy. It's just take it off, simply just put it back on. I don't know if you have to match up the sticks or not, but that's just how there's a little hole in there, and then you just put it back on right there. I'm going to take them both off for you to kind of give an example here. So they're pretty easy to come off. I've had the ones where they weren't so easy to come off, and it really scared me. So that's how it looks just exposed. You can't take off these buttons here. These are gonna stay for a while. Also, you can remove these stacks buttons if you'd like to. I don't know how to, I mean, I know there's a way to do it probably. I haven't done it yet before, so I'm not gonna attempt it. And I'm sure you can also take off these triggers here, these bumpers, but I don't know. Now, one thing I mentioned too, I took out these modules here for the vibrations, and so they're right here. Now, you're gonna see here, this says R for right, and the other one is going to say L for left. Yeah, somewhere in there, you know. Yeah, it's in there. There it is. So you can take those out if you want. They're very easy to take in and out. It makes the controller feel lighter. Now you could just go on your game settings in game if you want to and turn vibrations off if you want for your controller. I did that already as it was, but a lighter controller does feel a lot better in my hands than a heavier one, and I've heard a lot of pro players talk about that as well, that the lighter controller that feels better and all that. So I took them out initially, and I like it so far. Feels good to me. I might put them back in just for fun to try it out and see. But yeah, here, I'll put one in just for you guys to see how it goes here. So you just kind of slide it in, and you just, let me see here. Oh, there you go. Oh, wait, no, that's not it. Hold on, I haven't attempted this yet. Oh, okay, you just have to just, maybe it's on this side. Nope, I haven't done this yet. Okay, I don't know. I'm not gonna write those right now. I haven't done that before. I'll upload a video. That's embarrassing. But I'll upload a video later on explaining how. You know what? Like I said, Scuf has tons of videos on this controller on their YouTube on how to and how not to do these kind of things. So go to YouTube on them if you want to. Check it out. But anyway, so exposed controller. These are the concave thumbsticks here. And these are the dome-shaped thumbsticks, and these are a bit more heightened than the other ones. I have yet to try these yet, and also to point out, these analog grips here, whatever they are, this base one, they're very, very like rubberized, and they're very, very sticky as well, so you don't slip your fingers off them or anything like that. On my controller, I used to use these right here for Control Freaks, and they're really good. I like them, the Inferno ones. They don't fit on that analog stick personally myself, so it's nice for me to have these rubberized grip textures here because I need them for a game. I can't not play with those because, like, look, these here, I just could not do it. They're not rubberized enough for me, and I just couldn't do it. Anyway. So those are the concave and the dome-shaped thumbsticks here, and there's a teeny bit more of a height difference here. You can see this, maybe a lot actually, but here is the height, yep. D-pad. You have either your standard D-pad, or you have your circle one here, and this is more for, I've heard, more fighting game, like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, one of those two games, or all the other ones that have fighting games in them, because you use a lot of D-pad combination as well as your buttons here, and you can just pretty much just roll it around if you want. I haven't tried on a shooter game yet because I don't play a lot of fighting games, and I might try it out just for fun one day, but we'll see. And so these, and then also your triggers here. Now I showed you guys that they have these regular triggers here, and they also have longer triggers for racing games if you choose to. I won't be using these in a moment because I just play shooter games at the moment, like COD and Fortnite and other Apex games as well. So I don't need to use it right now, the moment right now. But these are the triggers that you can use if you choose to. They have a lot of variety. And then also, they come with these extra little rings here. And they're already in the controller here, as you can see in the frame. They're already in here, just those little things. See, yeah. So they have extra pair of those if you lose them, and also you get a cool little case if you want to. You can use this case to put your accessories in or whatever you want, and also they have a regular carrying case or carrying bag, And this just opens like this, and it's, you know, it's pretty cool. I like that. I won't be taking it a lot that I know of anywhere because I don't go to tournaments or anything like that, or I don't go to friends' houses and play, but it's cool to have the idea in case you want to have it in the case and away from dust, whatever, if you want, whatever you want to do. Also, it does come with a braided USB cable here. I'm going to show you. I have it plugged in, but this is the cable it comes with. It comes with this little wrap right here if you want to wrap it all up. And also, this is braided. And you hear that. It is braided. It's not rubberized, it's braided. I think that braided ones are a bit more sturdier in my opinion, and they are better for me personally. The most important part, not to mention here, is the paddles on the back. There are 4 paddles. So, for like Modern Warfare, the ones for me that work that I have been using, I mean the initial base ones are, this is circle, this is square, that's triangle, and this is X. So it's, you know, slide, jump, and if you're building on Fortnite, circle if you want to, and you can program this as well. Now, on the front here, they have 2 little buttons or switches here you can use. Now, this one here is for USB or Bluetooth. This one here is for your paddle mode or non-paddle mode. Also, what you can do, I did not know until last night, is if you want to program certain kind of buttons here on your paddles, what you have to do is turn this to the left or the right, I'm sorry, turn to the right, and just hit the paddle you want to program and also the button. Hit the button and then the paddle, and then it automatically programs it into that button. So now this one could be X if you want, or whenever you want, you know, and there's 4 options here. And I assume the same thing works for sax button as well. I haven't tried that yet because I don't use them, and honestly, I've heard that those things are easy to hit in game, and they're not at all for me personally. If you have maybe bigger hands or smaller hands, maybe sure, but I've never, in the last little bit of playing so far, have hit those sax button on accident. Those have never been a problem for me at the moment. And honestly, the whole thing is really stiff. Like, it's this controller stiff. Maybe it's not broken in yet or anything, but it is pretty stiff. So, anyway, this is the Scuf Vantage 2. I'm going to put this back together on video for you guys to show you how it all goes about. I'm going to use my same concave sticks because I like those for myself personally. Let's see here. I have to match up the controllers here. Haven't really, there we go. So just like that, just kind of snaps in. Oh, maybe not. Okay, let's see. Let's put this one on here. Hold on. Okay, we're just leaving it on right now. That's how you put it on. It snaps on like that. I'm going to put a dome-shaped one on just for fun. That might not be for me, but we're going to try it out and see how it goes. Okay, this is the issue. I'm getting a little bit of stick sticking here. I don't know why that is. If, you know, I'm gonna go on Scuf and I'm gonna ask what the hell that's about. I'm gonna go through a video here and I'm gonna see what the hell is going on because that should not be happening like that. Problem 1 already solved. All right. Anyway, D-pad, usual. It's just a regular. D-pad, and then these are, you know, normal. I'll put these on as well. R2. Now put these on. You have to push that like that down, and then push this and put it in, and just kind of like, you know, just let it be. Same will apply here. All right. And then the last but not least is the faceplate. And if you want, again, put the modules in, look up how to do it yourself. I mean, it's not too hard, I'm sure to do. I just don't want to spend a whole hour and a half doing it myself. But and then that just pops in like that. And that's just how that whole thing works. Okay, so these now are moving with no, they bounce back instantly. I think it's because I had to have the frame on there for it to look like that. So my apologies in advance on that one. All right then, so I'm going to try these out and see how it goes. I now have the longer dome stick as my moving button and my aim button as the concave short one. I'd like to have a concave higher and raised one. I might have to look online at Scuf and see if they have any of those, but they have tons of accessories. Anyway, that's the controller put together, and my initial thoughts so far. It feels good in the hands. It feels very, very nice for someone that hasn't used paddles before like that to use paddles. I used the paddles last night, and it felt so good to like be able to just not take my hands off the sticks at all and slide and jump and shoot and everything like that. That was really cool. For Fortnite, I am still getting used to building on that whole thing. That's crazy. Like, I'm better at building with the circle button and having my hands be taking out the sticks a lot because that's what I'm used to. But it's a workaround. And for someone that is not used to a Scuf controller ever, it's not going to be a night and day difference. You're going to have to really work on it. And it's going to probably be a good few weeks to maybe a month, depending on how long you play for. It feels good in the hand. Just without the modules, it does feel a lot lighter, and it may feel cheap to some. To me, it's not a cheap controller. It's like $200 over here in the U.S., but it doesn't feel cheap. And I haven't had a lot of bad reviews of the controller at all. I mean, there's no sendbacks, there's no returns, there's no bad reviews I know of. I mean, there's people saying, oh, it's bad, judging it off of the first one. And by the way, the first one apparently now works fine with the update and all that. Scuf is going to have a new software come out very soon so you can remap all your stuff and save all your things. And in case the thing dies out, you can reset it and everything like that. And I'd like to mention as well, there is a way if you want to. I'm on this again because I'm going to talk about one small thing. There is a way to reset your whole controller. Take your Scuf key, I'm not going to do it myself, but take your Scuf key, and in that little thing right here, in that little hole, you just take that and you turn it, or you just press on it. There's a video on Scuf how to do that in case you want to. So that's how you can reset it, and that's pretty cool. So I mean, the thing is super duper customizable, man. Like, it's got a lot of stuff in it. It feels very, very, very stiff when you play with it. And again, that might be because it's brand new for me. I don't know. But I mean, it's very cool. I have had a great time with it so far, and I don't know, I see it lasting for a long time, but only time will tell. I'm going to do like I said, I'm going to do a longer review, about a month and a half or so, because I'm going to give you my overall experience with the whole thing, and this is an initial review. Anyway, thank you for checking it out. If you're brand new here and you see this, please subscribe. We're going to be doing videos on Fortnite and Call of Duty. We're doing a giveaway on Fortnite for the Merriment pickaxe pretty soon. A whole bunch of stuff going on, man. So subscribe if you're new. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Only if you enjoyed it. If you did not, hit dislike. I don't mind. It's a you guys, not me. But any kind of support really helps. Thank you so much. Have a good day.